What's going on, guys? Out at Andrew's house today. Basically, I just came by. I was thinking of actually ripping the diff out today. Basically, just to the fact that I have some new bushings that I've had for a while that I should put in, and that I need to definitely change the diff fluid in this because I have not since we've gotten the diff welded. So, basically, I got that going, and then also, Mark and Robbie actually went on a trip down to Atlanta. I haven't been able to tell you guys this, but I just saw Mark the other day and Robbie the other day, and basically Mark actually got into an accident with his slick top. So basically that car was totaled. Mark and Robbie went down, found a slick top down in Georgia, picked up the slick top in Georgia, then stopped at Z1 Motorsports. I got a tour from a co-worker there at Z1. They said it was amazing. It was one of the coolest experiences ever. So shout out Z1. And then basically they drove back up, and in the meantime of me being at school, me getting the car over to Andrew working on his car, Robbie and Mark swapped everything from Mark's slick top to the new slick top. So I'm going to be able to get you guys some footage of his car soon and give you the ins and outs of what he's done to the car so far. But yeah, so the blue slick top is gone. The new slick top is in, and I'm not going to tell you the color. I'll let you guys see the color for yourself. I actually was able to see Mark, so after I finished my last final for school, Mark came through at Andrew's with Jesse and everybody. We were all hanging out, and Mark and Robbie came up with an idea to actually get me like a little surprise when they were at Z1, because I wasn't able to go, which I was really bummed about because I really wanted to go. I'm still gonna go someday, go down there and actually get like some footage for you guys to show you what Z1's like. But basically they stopped and they got me a Z32 brake master cylinder bracket. So I'm actually pretty pumped about it. So basically what Mark showed me when he brought his Z over here was he's like, step on the, like basically like give it some, step on the brakes and you'll feel something. So I was like, okay. So when I actually was going, I stepped on the brakes. The brakes were like stiff and nice, and I was like, holy crap. I was like, dude, your brakes are nice. And he had a little angle modification that he did, but I was like, dude, your brakes are like nice. And he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, basically what you need is this bracket here. This bracket is gonna hook up to the front of the Master to the actual body. Actually, when you press the brakes, the brake master, you obviously can't see because you're in the car, but it actually flexes. It has some flex in it because of how it's bolted up to the ABS system. So what this bracket does is it eliminates that flex in the actual master cylinder. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this in today. I can actually get you guys the link to this and the price for this because I don't know how much they actually paid on this, but I'll get you that info, and this is gonna be a how-to to actually install this. So it's a little easy modification that I know for a fact if you guys are doing road course or drifting or whatever, it's gonna be super helpful just for braking ability. So let's get into that. Alrighty guys, so to start this off, basically what you're gonna have to do is actually take off this fuel filter bracket. So it's those two 10mm bolts right here. Alright guys, so we got our bracket here, as you can see. So basically what we're gonna do, this part here is actually gonna go against the brake master. So what you're gonna wanna do is after you unbolt your fuel filter bracket, you're gonna throw this brace on just as this. So if you look at it, it looks like a little hockey stick. Just like that, you're gonna throw it under the actual bracket, and you're gonna line up those two holes. It's pretty simple. Then you just use the hardware that Z1 actually gives you. So these screws are a little bit longer than the screws that were actually OEM placement. So just a tad bit longer. So what you're gonna do is use this guy, put them in the holes. There's one in there. And there's two. So then basically we're just gonna tighten that down. So we're just gonna tighten these 2 bolts down right here. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll actually get it to brace the actual brake master. Hey guys, so now I know it's kind of hard to see because this line here, but you can see the bracket right where my index finger is touching. So the 2 bolts that we put in are right here, 1 and 2. The bracket comes out this way, runs this way, and then you have your screw and lock nut here. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna back this screw out. So I'm gonna come on in here and I'm gonna back it out to where it's actually touching the master. Real simple. So as you can see, I back that screw out, that's touching the master, and then what you're gonna do is actually unscrew this one, so the second one closer to the bracket, and you're gonna screw it into the bracket, so that's your locking nut. So basically, this is applying pressure against your brake master. So that screw is being pushed against this, so when you're actually pressing the brakes, and when these try to go up and tilt, it won't be able to do that because this is stopping that from actually flexing. So all I'm gonna do is lock this bolt up right here, nice and tight, and it's good to go. So all you do is grab a 14mm wrench here on each side, and then you're gonna turn the one closer to the bracket towards the motor, and then this one you'll actually you'll come towards yourself, towards the driver's side fender if you're working on a left-hand drive. And then that's it. So as you can see, it's pressing against this. So now anytime that I'm pressing the brakes, there's gonna be no flex at all on this actual brake master. And it's just gonna help improve with braking performance. So super easy, super cheap. As I looked it up online, it's only 20 bucks for that braking kit plus shipping. So I mean, I would definitely get that bracket. It's like I said, as soon as I got into Mark's car and I actually braked, I noticed it right away. I was like, wow, I was like, that's weird. But again, like I said, it's all due to the flex. So as you push the brake pedal in, master will actually move forward towards the motor and kind of go on a tilt. But now with that whole bracket, it's going to totally eliminate that, and the brakes are going to be way more responsive.